Really loud. Hello, this is Kevin Jewell from Learn Mandarin Chinese. I have set up the channel Learn Mandarin Chinese to help beginners and foreigners to learn Mandarin Chinese from a beginner's level to an advanced level. And obviously, I will provide these free lessons online. And I'm an overseas student myself of Chinese origin, and I was born into a Chinese family in China, Beijing, the capital, and I've been living in the UK for 15 years, mainly in Birmingham, and now I'm studying at the University of Manchester, and my desire is to help tackle the issues in learning Mandarin Chinese as well. So I will start off by putting lessons online, and it'll be from lessons 1 to about 20. Lesson 1 will be on the alphabet and basics of it, and what it's used for, which is pinyin. And lesson 2 will be based on tones and attenuations. It's important to know the tones. It is difficult to get the tones right and understand them, because tones and attenuations are mainly for the vowels. The consonants are not marked by any of them, because there is a general rule and trend to it. Many people do struggle with the third tone, which is what I'm going to reiterate, and I will go through, after lesson 2, I will go through how we go about writing the characters. Now, writing should be easy if any of you lot watching my video now have actually studied Korean or learned Korean language. It is the same basis, but in a different context. You always write from the left to the right, and from the top to the bottom, and you'll never write from the right to the left, and never write from bottom to the top. We will consider the following character for rice, which is mi, the Chinese version of that, translation of that mi. We will consider that because that is the key basis of learning Chinese character writing. And there are certain steps to it which I will go through and I will show on the presentations, as well as me writing, and you may see it. Lesson 3 onward will be looking at being able to know the numbers in Chinese from 1 to 10. And basically, if you know 1 to 10, you will know 1 to 99. And then do 100, 1,000, 10,000, and million. And then we'll know every single of the numbers. Then we'll look at greetings, basic question asking, like asking someone's name, age, where they live, and where they come from. Beware, a lot of videos that you might see on YouTube, it says nothing about informal and formal language in Chinese. There is. The informal way is the way that we normally talk now, mainly, making it simplified, which is what's going on. The formal way is mainly the ancient approach to Chinese, and this was brought from ancient China up until now. And a lot of the times this is brought about in poetry and literature. Chinese literature is very difficult to understand at times, and the formal aspect of the language is on there, which I will reiterate. Now, I haven't been studying Chinese literature, so bear in mind, I will have to research some of this myself, but I know most of my language very well. Then after that, we might look at things to do with festivals, things to do with asking directions and knowing the Chinese equivalents of left, right, up, down, take the third exit, and traffic terms on a GPS, and asking about places as well, and stations, and how you can get around the place. And we will look at, after that, and the days of the week and the months of the year. And we will learn also how to say years like 2016, 2015, 2017, 2015年, 2016年, 2017年. You will also learn how to say simple Chinese expressions, and then after lesson 8 we'll expand on that and look at verbs, modal verbs, reticles, and polyphonic characters, and how they are used because they're quite complicated. There are loads of ways you can use them. Either you can use a phrase but used in two different contexts, which sounds the same but in two different meanings, or words or just a single character used in two different contexts but have a different sound but is written the same. For example, like in music, 音乐, and in happy, excited, 快乐. The 乐 and 乐 is the same character but two different pronunciations. And there are many more like 长长, which is the same character for long and grow, and 都都, 都 as in capital, so 都, and 都 as in already, basically. And also 行 and 行, which is to do with travel terms and accessibility terms. And then after that, I will basically recap everything we've done so far, and we will move on to common phrases, use of pronouns, proverbs in Chinese, and how certain rules apply. And it's very simple because it's not like French and German that we have to change endings. We don't always have to. But pronouns we need to look at because there are different ones and confusion may arise if you use the wrong one. When we talk, we can't distinguish which one, sometimes we can't distinguish which one we use. In China and in the Chinese language as well, we have an act of politeness. So pronouns are important. If you use the wrong one, it's disrespectful. Like when you're using you, 你, as in 你, is for when you're talking to someone younger than you. If you're talking to someone older than you, like your parents, your grandparents, you say 您. If you're talking to your siblings, you say 你, which is fine. And we will look at complex terms, and we'll look at how conversation can take place and looking at being able to be engaged in a conversation. So by the time after lesson 10, I will be not speaking in English that much, so that I will be speaking more in Chinese. So I just hope you can understand, because this is like progressing from a beginner stage to GCSE to A level, and as such, when you learn in any language, when you get to an advanced level, person teaching you or yourself, you're expected to understand the language, so we will speak in that language more than English or your first language. Now, first language is Chinese, yeah, but second language is English. But I understand both languages very well, and my third language was Korean, and then it was Welsh. So I mean, I know four languages very well. And also to reiterate, Mandarin Chinese is what we call the northern dialect, northwestern dialect of Chinese. There is a Han dialect, the Xiang dialect, there's many different Wu dialects, and the dialects in Shanghai, Shandong, Sichuan, Xinjiang, Xi'an, Hunan, and Jiangsu, Guangdong, Guangxi, Nanfanghua, all that sort. And don't be confused, because you might feel that they're not speaking Chinese Mandarin, but everybody in China, except some from themselves, do know Mandarin very well. So they are able to communicate, except they will have sort of an accent from their dialect. I can understand the Northwest normal dialects, the Shanghai, Shandong, and Sichuan dialects, respectively. It's not hard for me, but it'll be hard for you lot understanding, and I hope my help is very good. I apologise for the voice that I'm speaking with. In real life, you're going to talk to me, I don't speak with that voice. The recording does change my voice a lot, and yeah, it's not good, but I hope you enjoy my upcoming videos, and see you in lesson 1.